Now we have to make use of that center to spread the knowledge.
So we have to invite Swamiji in person next year, Swamiji. So.
Yeah. I try. Beautiful center. Shall we start?
Please, Swamiji, yeah, go ahead.
Om Akratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kurume Deva Sarvakareshu Sarvada Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryanta Vande Guru Paramparam Vyasaya Vishnu Rupaya Vyasa Rupaya Vishnave Namo Vai Brahmanidaya Vasishtaya Namo Namaha. Hari Om. So we finished this many gurus: earth, air, sky, water, fire, moon, sun, pigeon, python, sea, the ocean, moth, honeybee, elephant, honey collector or hunter, deer. I hope we remember all those things. The lessons also. Lessons are important, not this animals and insects. Lessons we learned. Now we have to finish this. We will finish today. Fish, Meenaha. So what our Avadhuta learned from mean. Meenaha, mean in Tamil it's called mean. Meenaha. Fish. Jihvaya ati pramathinya jana rasa vimohitaha. Mrityum richati asad buddhi meenastu badishaihi yata. Those who want to catch fish, they use this hook and put something for fish and they'll put it in the water. We know how they catch the fish. Badishaihi yata. Yata badishaihi, that hook. How it is get into hook. And get into death. Then it has to go to a restaurant or mean varuval. We say in Tamil mean varuval, roasted. Okay. Constantly the problem with fish is constantly it will eat. Therefore, the fish is getting into problem. Mrityam richati asad buddhi. Mrityam richati. Gets into problem and dies. Jihvaya ati pramathinya jana rasa vimohita. So how fish is getting into problem? The same way the man, if he is deluded with rasa vimohita, the word is very powerful word. Moha means delusion. Rasa, the taste for the tongue. 50%, we can say 40 to 50% of the problem of the family comes from kitchen. Whatever I cook, that is the food, that's all. Whether it is tasty or not tasty, you have to take it. Otherwise, so many problems from kitchen only starts. If a person has got the problem with the tongue, wherever he goes, he will not serve, he will come back immediately. So rasa vimohitaha, jihvaya ati pramad is very difficult to conquer, and pramatani means what? Turbulent. So we are going with the rasa. When we go behind the rasa, the problem of a taste, then we will be having problem like fish. The powerful, the problem with a human being is rasa mohan. And one more sloka says, tavat jitendriya na syat. So man is not considered as his conquered senses. Tavat na vijitendriya syat is not considered as controlled person. When Vijitani Indriya Puman, even though he conquered all other sense organs, he is not considered as controlled one. Na jayet rasanam yavat, unless he conquers the rasanam. Without conquering the tongue, the man conquers all other four sense organs, he is not considered as controlled ones, sense controlled. Why? He is not controlled the sense, the tongue. Na jayeta rasam, the jitam sarvam jite rase. Suppose the person is not conquering all other four sense organs, but he conquered tongue. He is considered as controlled person. A very powerful sloka. Jitam sarvam jite rase. We can make it as a quote. Jitam sarvam jite rase. When we conquer the tongue, then we conquer everything. So we can we have to put it like this. But jitam sarvam jitam. We conquered everything. Jite rase. Then we go. So rasa is very powerful instrument. We have to take it back. It's very difficult. But we have to make effort. The effort and the viraga should be there and viveka should be there. Then we can come out. Otherwise we get into problem. So whenever you see this kind of plate, it was sweet, okay? It's going. Watering. Water. Automatically. Why? It's pulling me. Sweet is pulling me. Diabetics problem. Even though I have sugar problem, I am okay. I am controlled person, but sweet is pulling me. I am going behind the sweet. Okay? Now, for a healthy reason, we have to eat. We have to eat very nice food, very healthy food. We have to eat. Okay? Not for the taste. We can taste it. Again, we have to understand rightly. The right understanding should be there. Health is the first, and the taste is secondary. Okay, second aspect. It doesn't mean that we should not make it tasty food. It should be tasty. Fragrance should be there, taste should be there, color should be there. The first thing is for health only we are eating. That is attitude. Then all other things we can add. There is no problem in it. So if you go only for this taste, then we will get into problem. Always this will lead. You go to any temple tank in India, the fishes will be there. You just keep on feeding the fish. Always it will eat. The person who eats, he gets so much of disease because of eating, overeating. Daridriyam also. Overeating. The person who eats always, the Lakshmi will not be there with that person. Okay? So this the tongue control is very important. So I learned from the fish. It is getting into problem. Control tongue, so many diseases will come out of so many diseases. Okay? Right. I eat this fruit. I cannot control, but I have some solution for that. Like I cannot follow this. It's very difficult, but I can eat as much I want. But I have a solution for that. What? I take medicine also equally. Hello? That is not considered as control. We compromise our values. The science is helping me. Science brings this medicine. I can eat and equally I can take medicine. I am very comfortable. I am very happy. Leading the life very happily. Sir, you are leading your life comfortably. Not according to, so conquering the taste is quality, a qualification to move forward in the spiritual path. It's okay. This is okay. The intelligent way of living. It's okay. Appreciated. But you have to take up the project to conquer this. So conquering the sense organs. Okay? It's okay. It's nice. Intelligent person. He follows it. If you want to improve in spiritual field, then we have to conquer it. And the lesson, tongue control. Tongue has got two functions. One is speech, another one is taste. Thiruvalluvar says that, hey, even though you are not able to control anything, just control your tongue. Thiruvalluvar, the Tamil saint, lived 2,500 years back in Tamil Nadu. Yagava rayinam nakaka. Whatever the things you are not able to control, it's okay, but you have to control your tongue. That means he means there, in that context, speech. Because when you say something, they will pick up our word and they will what that make problem. This is the tongue slip. But something slipped, bad word came out. Then we get into problem. The two functions for the tongue. We have very powerful instrument. So one is speech, another one is taste. Here in Avadhuta Gita, the taste is explained. Okay? Now, 5 sense organs. We study the five sense organs. Only one sense organ, the animal is attached to one sense organs, is getting into problem. Okay? Fish. Eye, mouth getting into problem because only attached with the eyes. Okay? The touch, the skin. Only having problem with the skin, the elephant is getting into problem. Okay? Only having attachment with the tongue, the fish is getting into problem. Only having attachment with the ear, the deer is getting into problem. Like that, every animal is getting into problem. Almost not only problems, death also comes. Because only one instrument, attaching to only one instrument. Then what to talk about the man who is having 5 sense organs all together? Bhagavan Adi Shankaracharya says, he says, I do not know. This man is getting all 5 sense organs. Attachment with the 5 senses, what will be the condition of this man? Okay? Beautiful sloka from Viveka Chudamani. You must have heard or you must have studied Viveka Chudamani. They are very beautiful sloka. This is very relevant to bring that sloka here. Shabdadibihi panchabihi eva pancha. Shabdadibihi pancha means shabda, sparsha, rupa, rasa, gandha. Pancha. Panchatva mapu swagunena baddha. Panchatva means death. If the body is made up of Panchabhuta, again it's going back into Panchabhuta. The dismantling Panchabhuta is called Panchatvam, death. Panchatvamapu swagunena baddha. One guna, it is connected to one guna, the jivas are dying. Kuranga madanga patanga meena bringa. See that poetic version. Kuranga madanga patanga. How nicely he is bringing the poem. Kuranga madanga patanga meena. That bison, deer, elephant, moth, fish, and black bee. Okay, Kuranga matanga. Kuranga deer, matanga. Elephant. Therefore, Matanga Vadana Gaja Vadana. We sing the song in Bhajana. Matanga means elephant. Matanga, Kuranga, Matanga, Patanga, moth. Meena, fish. Okay? Bringa, black bee. Very nicely he brings the sound, the poem. Kuranga, Matanga, Patanga, Meena, Bringa, Nara, Panjabihi, Anjitakim. Naraha Panchapihi Anjitakim. Every Swagunena Baddha, one instrument, attachment with one instrument gets into problem. What to talk about a human being? Same time 5 sense organs. He will perish like anything. Simply he asks the question, Panchapihi Anjitakim. So what will happen to human being? That's all. He is asking question. An answer, he gives this freedom. You take answer, you fill up the answer in your question paper. That's all. I am asking only question. Bhagavan Adi Shankaracharya and Viveka Chudamani. Go into Pingala. It's a very special teacher, Pingala. The background of the Pingala, this is a girl, a lady, lives in Janakapuri in those days, expecting for her special lover on the particular day. She loves that person so much. That person expecting that. She did all alankara and all waiting for that person. That person didn't come. Waiting for so long. Having desire in her heart, expecting that person to live with that man. That man did not come. So this desire in her heart, the expectation is converted into dispassion. This happened in Pingala's heart. Okay? The Pingala. Pingala nama Vaishya asit videha nagare pura tasyame sikshitam kinchati niboda nirpanandana. I learned from Pingala. The name of the lady is Pingala, who lived in Videha Nagare asit. From her only I learned also. See, watching this kind of people, from there also he learned one thing. What is that? So she was expecting that person, the person didn't come. So long sitting and watching each and every one, whether my lover is coming or not. And that particular day he didn't come. See, the expectation or the desire completely converted dispassion. Okay. And she started singing this song, Pingala Gita. What she is singing? Santam samepe ramanam ratiprabam vittapradam vittapradam nityam imam vihaya akamadam dukkha bayadi shoka moha pradam tuchha maham bhaje agnya. I am ignorant person. Whom I am what is that? Worshipping. Okay. The person whom I am worshipping is giving me kamadam dukkha bayadi shoka moha pradam. The person I love so much, this person gives me dukkha baya shoka moha pradam. Unnecessarily, I'm going out and looking for this person to get that pleasure. Along with the pleasure, I get dukkha, moha, bhayam also outside. What kind of life I'm leading? See, then she started scolding her own personality, own lifestyle. And this expectation or this disappointment completely changed into dispassion. And she says, Santam Samibe Ramanam, there is some other nice Purusha is living in me. Samibe Ramanam Rati Pradam Vitta Pradam Nityam Imam Vihai. There is one great Parama Purusha, Purushottama. So that Parama Purusha is living in me, in this personality, living this person and searching outside this kind of person. What kind of life I'm leading? She started thinking about this so deeply. And she got dispassion that particular day. Our Avadhuta somewhere is standing and watching this. The transformation happened in Pingala. From this end to that end. Overnight, not overnight, the fraction of second. Complete dispassion. Okay. So we studied this kind of thing and the same 11th canto Bhagavatam explains, the Mukti Skanda. There's one person, Avantika, he lived life deeply attached with his wealth. All the wealth is taken away by time, thieves and the relatives. This attachment with property or wealth is transferred or converted as dispassion. And he has become Bhikshu. He sings the song, that song is called Bhikshu Gita. The same 11th canto. Krishna is explaining Bhikshu Gita to our Uddhava. Oh, very rarely we get that kind of deep depression is transformed into dispassion, positive value. Very rare. For that, we need to have some pura punya. So many people are getting disappointment and worries. All the worries and disappointment is not converting as dispassion. You getting it? So this lady got that dispassion with the worldly things and started thinking about that Parama Purusha. So leaving the Parama Purusha inside, I am searching Alpa Purusha outside. This is her song. What kind of life? Chi. Okay? And she said, Nunam me Bhagavan Prito Vishnu Kenapi Karmana. I have done some pura punya. Some pura punya I have done. Therefore, Bhagavan Pritaha Vishnu. Vishnu pleased with me. Nirvedoyam Durashayanme Jata Sukavaha. Sukavaha means that brings Sukham. What is it? Nirveda. Nirveda means dispassion. Today I achieved this Nirveda. I got the Nirvedam. Nirvedam Sukavagaha. It brings Sukham. Durashaya Yanme Jata. So I got this Nirveda. Many people will get Nirveda. That means dispassion. Many times, when we expect something from someone with a deep expectation, the person is not giving that, dispassion comes. Okay? Disappointment converts into dispassion. I know you agree with me. I don't want all those things. We say, what kind of life? We say, we get dispassion only for a few minutes. That is called Smashana Vairagya. Smashana Vairagya means we get dispassion. Immediately the dispassion also will be washed. Smashana Vairagya. We will get the same dispassion, but it goes away. When it stays for long, then we will become great sadhaka. That will come because of grace of the Lord. Bhagavan Pritaha Vishnu. I led what kind of life, nasty kind of life. Now I'm completely changed, transformed. I think Bhagavan is pleased with me. Therefore, my desire has become dispassion. Okay. She started thinking like that, and she says, Asha hi paramam dukkam, nairasham paramam sukham. When we have desire in our heart, that is dukkha. When you do not have desire for anything, then sukha. Yata sanchantya kantasham. Kantasham means desire for the person. Sukham sushvapa pingaran. That particular day only, she slept so nicely. What is nice sleep? She felt and she experienced on that particular night. Sukham sushvapa pingaran. Why? There is no desire in the heart, therefore. I'm not explaining so much about the background of Pingala. When I explained, you understood who is playing Pingala, what is her background, okay? I know, in one track you are understanding the Vairagya, how she is transformed. Now another track, who is this Pingala, what is her background? You understood. Okay, so this is Pingala. The point is, negative thing is converted into positive transformation. We need to have that kind of punya or special grace. The lesson is dispassion. Dispassion means not negative. Dispassion means I don't want. I don't want. We see the face. I don't want. When you bring this kind of negative reaction, that is not dispassion. Dispassion comes out of viveka, the completeness, understanding. With understanding, so facial reaction will not be like this. That will be positive. It's okay. I understood, I got it. The happiness should be the product of dispassion. Okay? We also get, I don't want this. They are calling, I'm not coming, tell them. Why? First time they didn't call. They missed your name, that's why I don't want anyway. Anyway. This is the last program, that's all. Sir, that is not dispassion. It's a problem of the mind. So dispassion, she got. Okay? Now moving to the next one, third bird. Kuraraha. The name of the bird is Kurara. So what I learned from this bird? No, interesting lesson. This bird took some flesh. Small flesh, somewhere else. It was there in the forest. Started flying. Very small bird. So all other birds in the forest, seen the small bird, has taken the flesh and started moving. For one tree to another. All 10, 20, 30 birds started chasing the small bird. Why? It is having that flesh. To take that flesh from the small bird's mouth, all 20, 30 birds started flying and chasing. This is very small. Okay? Parigraho hi dukkaya yatyat priyatamam nirnam. The bird started thinking, yo, when I fly with this flesh, so many birds are chasing me. So the birds started thinking, parigraha hi dukkaya. When I take something, I think it brings a problem. Yatyat priyatamam nirnam. Whatever we like and we take, people are there for compete with me. The competitions are there, the jealous comes and the anger comes, the problem comes. Anantam sukham apnoti tat vidwan yattu akinchanaha. Anantam sukham apnoti. The person who is not having anything, he is not getting into problem, he is living very happy life. Suppose the person goes and takes something, people are coming and started fighting with this person. This is what I understood. Parigrahahai dukkaya. When I take something, all other people are having high on that particular thing. I go touch, I get into problem. So I understood that the particular thing is focused by all people. So if I touch, I get into problem. Therefore, I'm not touching it. I don't want to get into problem. In the politics also, the position is very important. If I go and touch the position, all people are coming and fighting with me. So this secret I understood. Unnecessarily I go and touch that thing, parigraha, I get it, then people have started hitting me. This is what I understood. Anantam sukham apnoti tat vidwan nyastu akinchana. The person who doesn't have this kind of thing is not getting problem. He's enjoying the sukha. If I get something, people are coming and they are competing with me. This is what I understood from this. See the thing. The small bird is taking some small flesh. There's only one bird only available. Therefore, I brought it. Actually, you have to imagine like this 20, 30 birds. Okay? Chasing. We have seen many times. Chasing and taking it. Our Avadhuta was watching this, sitting somewhere in the forest. Samisham kuraram jaggunu balinaha ye niramisha. Amisha means what that the flesh. Samisham kuraram jaggunuhu. These all other birds started hitting the first one. Balinaha is not very small birds, all powerful birds coming and hitting. Balinaha ye niramisha. Those birds, they don't have flesh. They started beating the small one. Tata amisham parityajya. When the small bird was beaten, all directly, it dropped that flesh. See, I don't want it. Because of this only people are coming and hitting me. Sitting somewhere in the tree, dropped a cheek. As soon as it dropped, the other second bird comes and it takes. All other birds are chasing the second one. Like that it goes. The first one, Sa Sukham Samavindada. Appa, ayyo, I'm happy now. You see the mental condition of the first bird. Okay? It's a very interesting experience. He watched and he learned. So we have to understand this kind of subtle points and we have to apply where it is needed. Okay? So it is not to be applied everywhere in our life. You want to get position, I don't want. If I get position, people will come and hit me. I don't want. If you want this car, no, I don't want this car. You want this bungalow, no, I don't want. People are liking that, I don't want. If we don't want anything, then we are completely pushed away from the life. You should be very, very, very practical. What kind of thing is not necessary to touch? You have to decide. Unnecessary things not to touch, that's all. If it is necessary, this is our duty, then we have to do it. So one thing we have to understand, when I go and take something, people will be jealous of me and the competition will be there. It's okay, it will be there. But I should know how to handle it, okay? From other angle also we have to understand. So one thing, we have to understand when I touch something, the competition will be there, jealous will be there, anger will be there. And they will do all kind of, backside they will do so many things to push me, pull me out. And we have to understand, all the things will be there. So many people are having eyes on this position. Understanding that we have to survive. One angle. And another angle, unnecessarily if you go and touch, people will come. There's no need to touch unnecessary thing. I hope you are getting right point, right lesson from this thing. Okay? Very practically we have to think. Are you okay? Shall you move? Otherwise, when you read this kind of sloka, if you apply, then we will be useless in our human life. And people will be scolding. Already they are scolding the family. You are studying the scriptures, you become useless day by day. Now you are 100% useless. You are talking only Vedanta. You are not useless. When we study Vedanta, we have to be very efficient, more efficient than other people. Then they study, this person is day by day, he is becoming very efficient. And very nice. I don't know what formula you are following. So we have, whatever the message we are studying, we have to be very, very subtle and understanding about the message application, in application level also. Okay? Right. Yato yato nivarteta vimuchyate tatastataha yeshu dharma nirnam kshema shokamoha bhayapaha. Whichever the things, when our mind comes out from that particular thing, there is no problem. When we catch something, we get problem. When we give up that thing, we will not get problem. This is the law of the universe. Even the people also. Sometimes what happens, we will select a few people will be there. We always go and we'll tease them. We'll talk something. Indirectly we say something. Even though we play with them, they don't understand we are playing. Well, with some people we will have that kind of relationship. Just we will play. That person will not understand our expression of love. So the person becomes so angry, upset. So we have to understand, we have to get out of that kind of game and play. That's all. Getting it? That's practically I'm telling. So any objects, beings, or things. When you touch, then problem. Then when whatever the things and beings, when you come out, there is no problem from that thing and that being. That's all. It's the law of the universe. The lesson: give up and be happy. That's unnecessary things. Give up and be happy. If you know how to give up. One thing I'll tell you: when you give up something, you should not show it very openly. The person comes, you turn your face like this, you start moving. Then again it creates problem. You getting it? Hey, how are you? Oh. Even though we have very nice relationship, we talk very nicely. The opposite person should not know that we are not involving in unnecessary things. We cut other, the links. Whatever is needed, that relationship should be maintained. Other things not needed, we cut. That's all. Are you getting the point? That's all. Otherwise, when we express openly, then again, it will create more problem. This person is not talking to me. He is not calling me. He is not including me in the program. You include, you talk, you do all the things, but wherever it is not to be touched, we should not touch. That's all. I hope you understand this, the subtle idea of application of this message, okay? Give up and be happy. Now, the lessons learned from third 6 months. 6. Third 6, okay? Elephants can control, the hunter don't be miserly, deer ear control, fish tongue control, pingala dispassion, sparrow give up and be happy. These many lessons we learned. So many great lessons. The next, Arbaka, child. From child, what is there to learn? Avadhuta is watching child. What is to learn from child? Child has got very nice quality. Arbaka. Name mana avamana usta na chinta geha putrinam atma krida atmarati vicharameha balavat. I am moving in this world like balavat. Not bala, balavat. Like child. How are we moving in this world? Name mana avamana. Honor and dishonor. The child doesn't have any honor and dishonor. Simply laughs and stays. That's a very nice quality. Na chinta geha putrinam. So I do not have any worry. There is no honor, there is no dishonor, there is no worry. I live in this world like balavat. Atma krida atmarati. When you are not, your mind is not going outside to get honor, dishonor, and worry. Then where is your mind? Atmarati, Atma krida. This is Upanishad message. Atma krida atmarati kriyavan. Mundoka Upanishad we studied. So I'm reveling in my own nature. Therefore, I'm not getting into problem of honor, dishonor, and worry. So I live like a child. Matured person, highly matured person, intellectually, in the heart level, is like child. You see the photograph of Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. Wow, beautiful face, beautiful presentation. Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. You see the photograph of Ramana Maharishi, sitting like small child. All great science photographers, we never met them. From photographers, childlike, balavat, yeah, beyond all honor, dishonor. The person is not telling us, Ariyom today finished, we are dishonored. Again, we move with that person. Again, he might have forgotten. So I will go to him. He is not telling again. See, again dishonored. Okay. If you tell Ariyom, it's okay. If you are not telling Ariyom, it's okay. So we have to develop that kind of thing. A small thing will pinch our mind, hit our mind. Okay, I'll live like very nice. Again, Dvau eva chintaya muktau paramananda aprutau. Two people will not worry in this world. Two people. Dvau eva chintaya muktau. They are released from worries. Who are they? Yo vimugda jataha. Vimugdo jada balo yo gunebhya param gataha. The one person vimugdaha jadaha bala. Bala means what that? Small child. Jada means what? He doesn't know anything. The innocent child. The one person, innocent child. Another person, yo gunebhya param gataha. The person, one who has gone beyond three gunas. That means the saintly person. The saint and child, these two people will not worry and they are completely released from worries. Why saint has gone beyond three gunas? The Bala is not gone beyond three gunas, but Jada, that's Vimugda. Those two people will not worry. So I live in this world, even though Gunebhya Param Gataha, but my expressions will be like Bala. Okay? The point is no need to worry. No need to be insulted. That's all. If somebody insults, we should not take it. Very big training. Small, indirectly also. They give you chair, nice chair. The nice chair is given to that person. The ordinary chair is given to you. Finished. You cancel the program, go. What? Ordinary chair, plastic chair, cushion chair you have given. Huh? You are calling that person for the program. We are not. I am standing there. You never call. I am not coming. I have a headache. But 1 hour back, you came here. Now you are telling her. Now only started. Just 1 minute, 1 second back only started. Why? When you call that person first, then my headache started. It's okay. Are getting it? The ego is so big. You have to dilute the ego. Again, here the problem. So according to protocol, they have to call me only. You getting it? The protocol is one thing. And the spiritual thing is one thing. We should know how to balance the protocol and the spiritual thing. In the name of protocol, we should not compromise ego. In the name of spirituality, we should not break the protocol. I think I'm conveying it rightly. Okay? We have to be very careful. Yes. All these ideas are very, very subtle. If the protocol is there, yes, you have to call me only. I am conscious of my ego, but you have to call me. Yes, I am coming. You should not break the protocol. So official things also should be maintained. At the same time, spiritual things also should be practiced. The balance is needed. And you are matured enough to understand this. I'm not explaining more. So we have to be very, very careful to apply this. Here only the problem comes. When you do not understand how to apply, then the problem comes. We say it is not practical. It's practical. The modern world also it's practical. Okay? Yes. The mindfulness. Yeah. Mindfulness, there's no worry. Living in present. Not worrying. That's all. We should train our mind not to worry. Relaxed. Okay? So in the modern world, it's called mindfulness. The lesson is childlike. So we have to take this childlike, not the childish. This is immaturity. This is mature way of dealing the life. Like child, I live in this world. Next is Kumari. It's a very nice, interesting background. Kumari. What do you call the bride? Bride, groom and bride. The girl is called bride and the boy is called bridegroom. Huh? Am I right? I'm bride. Yes. And newly, they are going to get married. So in Indian culture, the family, the boy's family will come to the girl's family. The boy family will come. And they will visit, and there are some rituals. The So many Indian, particularly Tamil family, you see, all these girls decorated, and she will bring coffee, and they will ask, can you dance, can you sing? Very traditional, all these things. Nowadays, this has changed completely. Anyway, the boy's family has come to see this girl. Suddenly, they came without informing the girl's family. 5, 6 people came. They didn't inform. On that particular day, the girl's father, mother, all the relatives went away. Only girl was there in the home. Okay, very young girl. And she has to take up the responsibility of the family. The young girl alone was there. Without informing, this relatives came, the guest came to check. This girl, she's a very mature girl, highly matured girl. And she goes inside and brings some coffee or something to drink. These people, she engaged these people. They were eating some bonda, bhaji or something, chips. You engage first. And she managed somehow. Again, she went inside and she was asking her, are you going to take up lunch? Yes, for lunch only we are. Till your father, mother comes, we are here, we will take lunch. And this girl went inside and searching for rice to cook. No rice in the pot. Do you have all dals to make sambar, all the curries? But rice is not there. So what she did, she went and they have a lot of the paddy. She took the paddy and put it in that machine. This is not the modern machine. In those days, we have to hit it. Then so she started with that, hitting that paddy. When she was doing, I don't know where this Avadhuta is sitting and watching all the family issues. Somewhere he's sitting and watching. You should not ask how he knows that somewhere and watching this thing. The whole family thing is watching. This girl was hitting the paddy to get the rice for the people. Because she's going to live in that family. The family should not think that this is poor family. From the poor family, we are taking the girl. They should not think like this. You should not show this poverty. So when she was hitting the paddy, she used to have this bangles. It's made up of shankar in those days, bangles, so much of bangle. When she was hitting that, bangles created sound. So, yeah, because they have come to watch each and every sound and every movement they will watch. For that only they can inspection. What kind of family this? To inspect only they came. So she thought immediately, if this sound comes, they will misunderstand that we are in poverty. So she removed all the things and she kept only 2 bangles and started hitting. Again, now also a different sound came. And she removed. So removing all the bangles is not auspicious. Okay, good idea, remove everything. No. She kept 2 and continued her process. And she removed one. Only one with one bangle in both the hands, she started doing this, hitting this with the paddy. Our Avadhuta watched everything. And after that, Avadhuta went away. Then what happened, whether she made pongal or rice, what kind of lemon rice or tamarind rice, what kind of rice, that is the family problem. You should not involve more than this. So this much is enough. That's all. The story is over here. And from this incident, one great lesson I learned. Avadhuta says, what lesson? Now says Kumari. Kvachit Kumari to Atmanam Vrinananam Griham Agatan. Atmanam Vrinans, the people came to select this Atmanam Vrinanam. So they selected this girl for their family. Griham Agatan, they came to this house. Swayam Tan Arghaya Masa. Swayam, so she herself went and she did this Atiti Satkarya. Kwapi Yateshu Bandushu. These relatives went away. That means father, mother, all people, brother, everybody went away. She was alone there. And she herself took care of the guest. Okay. It's very clear. When you read it, you can understand very clear at that time. Tesham abhyavaharartham Shalini Rahasi Parthiva. Rahasi means she went inside. Very slowly she's doing that. Rahasi means inside. Okay. Avagnantya Prakoshtasta Chakru Shanka Swanam Mahat. Shanka Swanam Mahat means the sound of the bangles. Mahat, because she used to wear so much. So what she did, she removed everything and kept two. Again she removed and she kept one. Okay, the main slokas are actually big story. Main slokas only I brought here. Okay. Anvasikshamimam tasyaha upadesham arindama. From her act, I learned one great thing. What is there to do? I learned great thing. Lokan anucharan etan loka tattva vivakshaya. Looking for lessons, I'm moving in this world. I learned a great lesson. What lesson you learned? I was very curious. You tell me, what lesson? Next slokas. This is the lesson I learned. You see the bangles. So what I understood, Vase bahunam kalaha bhavet. If you live with many people, kalaham will come. Kalaham. Many people come together, you start living there, kalaham will come. Gurupism. Difference of opinion. Vase bahunam kalaha bhavet. Varta doyorapi. If I live with one person, the two people are there, Varta, unnecessarily they will talk. You getting it? Many people will they come. So in the meeting also, many people they will talk each other. If two persons are there, then they will talk. Ekayeva chare tasmat. Therefore, we have to live in this world alone. Kumarya iva kankanaha. Like Kumar is kankana. It's not creating any sound. Very nice lesson I learned from Kumari Kankana. Getting it? Very interesting. So Vase bahunam kalahaha bhavetu varta doyorupi ekayeva chareta tasmat Kumarya iva kankana. This is a lesson I learned from this Kumari. Very interesting, eh? Interesting or not? Interesting. So how to learn from incident, we have to learn that. Actually, our whole Bhagavad Gita, whole Avadhuta Gita is how to learn. So how to learn. Not how to teach. This is how to learn. Teaching is from teacher side. Learning is from student side. The whole Avadhuta Gita is from student side only. Learning process. It's not teaching anything. In Sadhana Panchakam, Bhagavan Adishankaracharya says, Ekante Sukhamasyatam. In solitude, live joyously. Solitude. Solitude is a positive quality. So we ourselves are getting away from the group or a team, then we sit alone and we think. We reflect. That is called solitude. If people, they don't want our presence, when they push us, then we are alone. That is loneliness. Loneliness is negative. They don't want our presence. Therefore, we are pushed away from this group. Loneliness. So solitude, we ourselves voluntarily come out and sit somewhere and reflect about facts of life. That is solitude. Okay? And Krishna also says in Bhagavad Gita 13th chapter, Vivikta Desha Sevitum Aratir Jana Samsadi. An inclination for solitary places and not enjoying mundane society. There is one great quality of sadhaka. Again, we have to understand, we have to live in this group only. We have to go with the people. Whenever we get time, we have to practice solitude. Yeah. Not always solitude. That is not possible. But we have to live. We have to start living. We have to like solitude. I like solitude, but there is no other goal that I have to live with the people. I am ready to live with the people also. So that balance we have to maintain. Okay? Solitude. What is the lesson? Solitude. Very nice background of the story background. Next, Sharakrit, blacksmith. The person who is making the shara. Shara means arrow. Arrow maker. So on big street, very busy street. So in India and all, if you see what do you call butcher, the the chapel, the repair, the person who is repairing the chapel. In India, you can see the street, the corner of the street, they will be sitting there. The bus will go, auto will come, and the very busy street, one corner of the busy street, the person will sit and he will be very busy stitching the cobbler. Yes, cobbler, yes, cobbler. Thank you. Very busy street. I was saying when I was very small. I stitched my over the rubber chapel also. What do you call this? Hawaii chapel. Sitting. But he will, when we also sit with the person, we will forget the whole activity of the street. I experienced it. When I studied this, I can understand. If we also sit with that person, this person will take needle and we will stitch that chapel. Very interesting. Forgetting whole busy street and completely focused on that stitching of chapel. Here, blacksmith is making what do you call the arrow. This shara means arrow. Krit means one who is. When you sharp this arrow, we need to have the focused mind. Manaha ekatra samyujyat jita swasa jita asanaha vairagya abhyasa yogena griyamanam atandritaha. So person should focus his mind. Manaha ekatra samyujyat. So we have to bring the mind and focus the mind. Jita swasa jita asana. We have to conquer the swasa, conquering the asana. Sit properly and swasa control. Thereafter we have to bring the mind. We have to focus. Okay. Vairagya abhyasa. We have to practice vairagya and abhyas. Practice and dispassion. Griyamanam athandritaha. So we have to do this without any laziness. Okay, the instructions given. How this person. Tat evam atmani avaruddha chittaha na veda kinchit bahi antaramba. The person is not knowing what is happening inside, the thought flow. What is happening outside also is not aware. Yata ishukaraha. Ishukara means the person, this is issue. This is issue. The person who is doing this is called ishukara. Ishukara, nirpatim vrajantam. What happens there on that particular day, on the big street, king's procession is going. King is going there. When king goes, what kind of the procession, we can understand that. So big vadyam and what the big sounds they create and very big procession is going on. Nirpatim vrajantam ishau gatatva na dadarsha parshve. In front of him, so he was very busy with making this issue. In front of him, big procession is going. He is not aware of that big procession. Na dadarsha parshve, in front of him, he is not seeing that. So it doesn't mean that he is not seeing. So even though something is going on, he is not aware of that. That's the point. Na dadarsha parshve. Why? Ishau gatatma. Completely his focus is in issue. How to make it sharp. It should be round, cone shape at the same time sharp. Okay? It should be cone. The cone shape should come and sharpness also should come. So you have to focus on this, the issue. In those days, we take this blade, razor blade, and we take the pencil. Teacher will call, hey, enough, come inside class. We also have done like that. Okay. Yata Ishukara is having this kind of focus of mind. In the same way, sadhaka should have the focus of mind. Okay, the Krishna is explaining 6th chapter. Yato nischarati manas chancharam astiram tatas tato niyamyai tatu atmanya vasham nayet. It will go outside, but you have to bring it. But I learned from this Ishukara very easily by his professions getting the focused mind. Forgetting the whole world outside, very big procession, forgetting in front of him. What a great person this person. Okay? From ordinary person, also we have to be ready to learn lesson. So in our case, I cannot learn lesson for this teacher. I will not come to the class. I don't like this fellow. I come to this. So we select the person and we go to the class. I don't like this. I don't like this person. I don't like anyone in this world. Then whom you are like? I myself, I like so much. I know. Sir, even from child also we have to learn. Pingala, the person like Pingala is learning. The variety he is giving. The variety is a person like Pingala, person like what that small child, animals, birds, and what kind of the message it gives. Okay. So one thing is learning from the person. Another thing is what kind of person. See, in our case, we try, learning itself is very difficult. So the ego is inside. When ego is so much, learning will not happen. Then we select the person, we select the topic, we select the text, then we'll learn. Learning never will happen. Learning means we have to open our mind. Not closed mind, open our mind. So I'm interested only in the message, not the object or the thing from where it is coming. Okay? So I'm interested only in the message. That's all. So we have to train our mind in that way. Whoever may teach, I'm interested only in message. To collect the message is very important than the person. Getting it or not? Okay? From Ishvikara, he learned. Very interesting lesson. Now see, then the focus. So we have camera. The camera, when you focus, this is very easy example only. It's not very difficult. When you focus this object, okay, this will become very dull, okay, blurred. It's if you focus this object, this will be dull. If you focus this, what do you call the flower, the background tree or leaves will be very dull. It's very interesting. As simple as. If you focus one thing, other thing will become very dull. The same way here. Here also, focus on this Lord, there is something, it's not visible. Even though it is visible, focus is not here. Okay. What is there? Money. When we focus on money, Lord will be dull. Oh, yes. Lord is seen, but it's dull, that's all. I will go to temple, come, I will participate puja, dull, but focus only on money. It doesn't mean that we are not seeing. We are seeing, focus is not there, okay? Not seeing means what? Focus is not there. Many people are there, so we focus only on enemy. So many friends will be there. I also visited. You came there, I didn't know. I was sitting in front of you because I focus completely on my enemy. So you forget other people. So focus. Okay? So focus of the mind. Then even though we live in this world, we are not having much interest on those things. This is a very good example from Mahabharata. You know this. I'm not telling the story behind it. How Dronacharya asked all the students to look at the bird and hit. Okay? We understood. So Arjuna was telling, I don't see you also, Gurunatha. You are not seeing me. Yes. That means I'm not having focus on you. So the focus of the mind I learned from. Focus of the mind. From Ishukar, I learned. Sarpa snake. From snake, I learned one thing. What is there to learn from snake? Griharambo adidukkaya viparaha cha adruatmanaha. Sarpa parakritam veshma pravishya sukham edate. Sarpa, it is good. Sarpa parakritam veshma. In those days, the sannyasis, the sadhus, they will go from one place to another place. On the way, they will stay. In those days, if you come to the Tamil Nadu and all, the old houses, the Agrahara Mandal, the old houses, they'll have on the outside. We call it Thinnai. The people will come and sit there and they will go. I do not know how to tell Thinnai in English. Thinnai. Outside the house. Very big. It's very nice to sit there. Okay, they will use this house, then they'll go in those days. So sannyasi, the sadhu sannyasi, they should not make this kind of what is that? A veranda. Yeah, veranda. In English, it is veranda. All right. Okay, you understood. What is that? Portico. Portico is meant for car then. Human being also portico. Anyway, you understood that. Okay, the veranda we made. In those days, our houses will be there. Okay, veranda. Particularly in Agraharam, every Agraharam, both the sides there is veranda. Okay. So sadhu sannyasa should not create any ashram or a place to live. They have to move from one place to another place, not wasting their time. This thing I learned from snake. Snake will not make any house. So ant only will make a ant hill actually. That's not snake house. With all difficulty, ants will make this Valmiki. Ant house, ant hill. In that ant hill, snake will go and live very comfortably. Girgarambo hi ati dukkhaye. It's very difficult, time-taking process to construct the building. Therefore, Vipalaha Chaudruvatmana, Sarpaha Parakritam Veshma. Sarpa goes and leaves the ant hill and it moves away. Okay, Pravishya Sukhamedad in the same way. The point is, in those days, this dharma is good in those days. Nowadays, it's not possible for it. They make big building ashram. So now only we have done this virtual tour, all high class thing. How can you apply this? The high class or the international class of the hall, everything we have. Nowadays we are living in the modern world, so we bring West and East and thought together. Western style of organization, Eastern style of spirituality. We will mix and we made institution. So how we have to understand this sloka? We can use the technology. So I'm using this board, but I'm not making this board. So whatever is made already, we can make use of that for the welfare of the society. That's all. This is how we have to understand this sloka in this context. In those days, they were moving from one place to another place. They used the houses, not making a house, because it will take time. Therefore, they would focus only in the Atma Sadhana. And they can use little from Griga householders and they have to move. Nowadays, how to understand? It's very difficult to. So many things are very available, very easily, ready-made. We can use many things and we have to thank them and for our the spiritual growth and for the welfare of the society. I hope you are getting this, the subtle point from this sloka. Okay? Otherwise, it is impractical sloka. Make use of the things which is useful for the society, useful for our own growth. Okay? Things from our own growth. This is how we have to understand this. Urnanabi, spider. Only two more slokas.
Hari Om, everybody. Hopefully you can hear me from Chinmay Amarnath. We're going to, because Swamiji got cut off, he'll rejoin us tomorrow at the same time. So we'll do it at 8 p.m. tomorrow Eastern time to complete. I think Swamiji just has a few completion items to do, so it'll probably be a shorter session tomorrow. Actually, I'm sorry, I understand now from Swamiji, who's on the phone with us, that he can actually do the full hour session tomorrow. So please join us tomorrow. This has been, of course, a wonderful 4 days, and none of us want to end in this abrupt manner. So please rejoin us tomorrow at 8 p.m. And we'll finish this session with Swamiji. So let's plan on joining at 8 o'clock tomorrow Eastern time. That'll be 6:30 a.m. Indian time. And sorry about this abrupt termination of today's session because of the power failure in Swamiji's place in India, but we'll see you again tomorrow. Namaste, Hari Om.